And welcome back to Crystal Coast Real Estate Television. I'm Bill Hitchcock, coming to you from the Hitchcock Realty offices located at 7th and Arundel Street, downtown Morehead City. It's time for the Market Trends and Report. We have a lot of information we want to get out to you. We're going to cover the past 30 days. Lots been going on. We're also going to talk about Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, but not in the light that you might think. It's positive. Go figure. How about that? All right, let's talk about the marketplace along the Crystal Coast over the past 30 days. We're talking about residential properties, not condominiums, not lots. The average list price for a residential property along the Crystal Coast over the past 30 days has been $455,000. The average days on market for that property is 215 days. Again, that's list. These properties have not sold. Of the sold properties, the average sold price is $286,000. Days on market for it to be sold, 172 days. And I want to add that 286 sold price is a little bit higher than the average for the year, but that is traditional for the summertime. The prices do tend to go up. We've had 2,559 properties on the market for sale over the past 30 days. What has happened with those properties? Well, the bulk of them are just that, for sale. But of the properties that something has happened to, 16% of them have expired. And that's basically when you take the listing agreement, it has run its full term. And normally a listing agreement is for 6 months. I want to throw in a little caveat here. You may recall in prior programs we've talked about that these are unusual times. So during unusual times you have to do unusual things. So we highly recommend that you expand that listing agreement from 6 months to maybe even 12 months to get your property sold. Of the properties, 6% have sold. Of that 2,559 properties on the market for sale, 6% have sold. 5% of those properties are currently under contract. 3% of those properties have canceled, and that's basically during the listing agreement. It didn't go its full term. It did not sell. The seller decided, that's it, don't want to do this anymore, jump out of the pool. 3% have canceled. Now, supply of inventory. This gets a little bit confusing. For the year, the Crystal Coast area has a 33-month supply of inventory. And again, that's referred to as the absorption rate. And what that is that if you take the rate in which properties come on the market for sale and the rate in which they go off the market as sold, how long will it take to sell all of the inventory that is currently on the market? For the year, we're at 33 months. But if you just look over the past 30 days, we're at 17.5-month rate of inventory or supply of inventory. And that's a good thing. Summertime is usually when we have those numbers the lowest. In 2005, we were around 6 months. Here at 2008, we're at 17.5 months. Now, something else that I don't think we've ever talked about here during the Market Trends on Crystal Coast Real Estate Television is the overall volume, the actual overall dollar amount that comes from the real estate sales. So far this year in 2008, there's been a little over $174 million in residential property sales. In comparison to last year, it was same time period last year, it was $232 million in overall real estate sales, which means that we're at 24% less this year as in comparison to the same time period last year. So that puts it into perspective a little bit in terms of the importance of real estate here along the Crystal Coast. We've done $174 million in sales. The average sale price, by the way, is down by 5% compared to the same time period last year. Now, let's go into some specific cities and towns and see what the activity has been like and what some of the sale prices have been. In Atlantic Beach, this might come as a surprise, the average sold price of Atlantic Beach residential property over the past 30 days has been $370,000. The average list price is $452,000. The average days on market before that property was sold was 201 days. Emerald Isle, the average sold price for a residential property, $464,000. The average list price is $782,000. Again, we're covering the past 30 days. Days on market, 196 days before that property sold in Emerald Isle. In Beaufort, average sold price past 30 days, $192,000. The average list price is $458,000. The average days on market, 208 days before that property sold. Morehead City, the average sold price, $349,000. The average list price, $436,000. Average days on market, 203 days. Newport, North Carolina, $199,000 is the average sold price. The average list price, $272,000. Average days on market, 110. I want to kind of stop there. If you notice that the average sold price is far less than anywhere else at 199, the average days on market is far less, almost half than anywhere else at $110,000. Keep that in mind. If you want to sell your property now, as we made mention earlier, it's unusual times, so unusual things have to occur to sell your property. Swansboro, $213,000 is the average sold price. Average list price, $350,000. Average days on market, 195. Now, as you may recall at the beginning of the segment, we talked about Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. Now, the national news, local news, all the news has been talking about the problems, the difficulties that both of these entities have been going through. Their second mortgage lenders, second-level mortgage lenders, they run out of money. Is the U.S. government going to come in and give them some money to bail them out? Well, that's not what we're going to talk about. There's some extremely good news that comes out of Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. And I want to go to, it's called the Real Estate Insider. This is a publication that Hitchcock Realty emails out each week. It is free. You just have to sign up, free registration, put your email address in, and this will come into your email box once a week. Again, it's called the Hitchcock Realty Real Estate Insider. What we have there from Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. First off, let's talk about mortgage rates. Freddie Mac is talking about that right now with the mortgage rates, second quarter 2008 into third quarter of 2008, they were at 6.0, 6.2%. Fourth quarter, they're looking at the interest rates on average, national 30-year mortgage rates rising to 6.3. But looking to 2009, we're going to go to 6.4, 6.5, then stabilizing at 6.6. And this is all the way through the backside of 2009. This is the projections from Freddie Mac. That's very, very good news. So it doesn't look like we're going to have any problems in regards to 30-year fixed loans in terms of the interest rates. Now let's go into housing starts and home sales. Housing starts, by the way, is new constructions. This graph that you're looking at is being expressed in terms of millions of housing units. Housing starts and home sales. If you look at third quarter 2008, second quarter 2008, you'll see that right now is the absolute worst time period. And if you went back in years, you will see that it all builds up to a high point, to an apex, to a climax, whatever term you would like to use right now. Now look at fourth quarter 2008. Housing starts, you see that they increase. If you look into first quarter 2009, in the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter for the housing starts, they continue to increase. So new home constructions will be on the increase. If you look at total home sales, fourth quarter, it increases. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter into 2009. It increases. And if you look at this final chart here with home sales, and it's taking the entire year averages, you will see that 2008 at 4.93, which again, this is being expressed in millions, 2008 is the worst year. 2009 recovery. Moral of the story, according to Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae with their projections, again, these are just projections, but if you take everything from yesteryear to today to forward, it looks like that we right now are at the very end of the worst time period, that improvement is about to happen. Hallelujah. So that's good news that is coming out of Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. Hang on, everybody. Good times are about to happen once again. I'm Bill Hitchcock for Hitchcock Realty. We're going to commercial break. Don't go away. There's plenty more Crystal Coast Real Estate Television when we come back.